The Allegro Etude on page 50 of the Voxman Selected Studies for Flute by Heinze is challenging yet very fun to play. It is in the key of B flat minor, which might be a less familiar key to most students. The relative key with 5 flats is, of course, D flat major. Although some may feel that it is a difficult key, instead of thinking of how many flats there are, you can simply think of how many there aren't. In this case, the notes of C and F are the only notes not flat in the key signature. There are a lot of accidentals throughout the etude. However, instead of trying to learn individual notes, look for patterns, chord progressions, and arpeggiations that repeat in various inversions. Tempo, rhythm, and articulation are paramount in this etudes. However, just as always, sound quality throughout is equally as important. Although it is generally marked staccato throughout, this doesn't mean to play as short as possible. However, to play with great distinction and clarity in the rhythm and articulation, always with focused and clear sound. Be sure to play at a tempo where you are able to keep a consistent tempo and clear technique and articulation. Generally, if you have a well-developed double tonguing, I would recommend using it. However, if you are not yet at that stage of development, you can use a single tonguing that is strong and clear. There are several acceptable tempi for this etude. In my recording, I chose to play at around 74 to 76 to the dotted quarter note. Although I could maybe play it a little faster, I wanted to keep a jaunty, dramatic, and marcato feeling to keep the character strong and unhurried. I would also recommend practicing some kind of rhythmic simplification of the structure of this etude with a metronome. For example, at the very beginning, bum, 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 something like this. It is very important that the 8th note triplet subdivision not be compressed and that the 3rd 8th note always connects and sounds as a pickup to the next beat. Dynamics in this etude are generally on the fuller end of the spectrum. However, you still want to use them to give shape, intention, and direction in your phrases. Be sure that the lower notes in ascending scales and arpeggios are full and supportive of the upper notes. Have fun!